How's it going, everyone? It's Ethan here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at our Pewag all-square snow tire chains with cam tighteners for wide base tires on our 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe. They feature these cam tighteners as mentioned in the title, and this tool that comes with it just to torque those and get any tension out of the actual chains themselves. Ladder style pattern chain, which is going to give you a lot of bite on starting and stopping. Additionally, they do come composed out of a manganese nickel alloy, which is going to do great as far as keeping rust, corrosion, weather, things like that out of deteriorating them, and they're going to be great for multiple seasons to come. The links are very large and they're square, as well as you can see they have these grooved ridges. So the square links themselves are going to give you great bite and some thicker ice and some more inclement conditions, as well as the grooves themselves giving you a little bit more surface area and a little bit more bite in those conditions as well. They do come with 2 in a set. In this bag here, it's not my favorite bag that we've seen. It's pretty light and pretty flimsy as far as it goes. We've actually had some issues already with some of them tearing. It's not something that's going to do a great job of keeping the weather out either. So we do recommend, if you have chains like these, go ahead and grab some kind of plastic tote, something to keep them in and keep the weather out as well. But overall, the installation process wasn't that difficult. I do like the cam tightening system. We can go ahead and show you how we did that now. To get the install started, first thing you're going to want to do is lay your chains out flat, make sure that there's no twists or turns, and also ensure that these hooks are on the flat side. That's the side that's going to make contact with your tire. And you don't want these pointy parts to be on the tire, as well as making sure that the cams are on the outside. Installing the chains is pretty straightforward, making sure that it's pretty centered. You're going to go ahead and drape the chains over the tires and just spread the chains out so that you'll have enough room to make the connections on the back and the front. So we'll first make our connection in the back. Try to get to the furthest link that we can. We can always come back and do that and adjust that later, depending on how much slack we have in the front. Now we can go ahead and make our connection on the front. As I mentioned, we did actually have to go back and adjust and go with the furthest or the first link on the back because it was just a little bit too tight to make that connection. Now we can go ahead and use the included tool, turning these clockwise just to get the rest of that tension out. Pretty tight, so we'll probably only do 2 in this case. Because this is a ladder style chain and it doesn't have any self-tensioning mechanisms on the actual chains themselves, we do recommend going ahead and grabbing one of these rubber tensioners. Just going to help you keep everything nice and secure. Once you're moving, things tend to get a little bit out of place. This is just going to help you keep the tension as you find bumps and bounces and things get a little bit more out of place. That's pretty much it. They're installed, ready to go. You can go ahead and install it on the passenger side now as well. Roll forward or backwards just a couple times to make sure that everything that comes loose can be easily replaced. And then you're ready to go, hit the road. Overall, I like these chains, and for the usage that you're probably going to need them for, I think they do a great job. I like the construction and the grooves, as well as the cam tightening system. If you were to look for something that does the same thing, but a little bit more of a smoother ride, better for turns, you could maybe look into the Koenig diamond pattern style with the self-tensioner. Overall, like I said, I think these Pewag all-square snow tires, chains for the wide base tires, are a pretty solid fit for the 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe.